out there. We've got a Walmart, we've got, other things going on. Let's continue to grow. We're the main route from the beach to Raleigh. There's no reason why something shouldn't come here. But we all got to work together to do it. We can't just pick little things here and there and nitpick things. That's time to end. Let's not nitpick and pick on people who are trying to make it and trying to get by. Let's do right by everybody. Actions, I'm not going to have time to get to them. I think I just ran over on my time. Please ask those questions and I'll tell you what I plan to do. Thank you.
Bynum.
Hello everyone, I am currently serving, my name is Sabrina Bynum. I'm currently serving as Ward 7 representative for the town of Tarboro. The reason I'm interested in this position is to make a bigger difference. As most of you know, I have always advocated for community. I have worked as a servant to the public all of my adult life. As a business owner for over 20 years and an employee with Edgecombe County Public Schools, it has provided me a platform to be able to help others, and being elected will provide me the opportunity to be on the front line for those who feel that their voice is not heard. I sound nervous because this is the first time I had to speak to adults gazing at me, but this is it. And then I'm on the council, I'm good. Okay, my main priority is to put citizens first, to be an avid listener and address all concerns to the best of my ability. I will work closely with members of council to assure that we make sensible decisions to advance the town we all love. The actions I will take is to enhance the quality of life for citizens and to continue to stand up for people by, again, listening and not making decisions based on my personal feelings or the status quo. Embracing change to promote growth is what I believe in. Most importantly, I will, as I stated before, work closely with council and manager to ensure taxes are fair and with me personally, to the utility rates and keep them comfortable for all citizens. And again, I'd like to thank you all for coming out tonight. It was a minute, right?
You said much. Ms. Craig.
Hello, my name is Suzanne Coker Craig, and I'm from the town of Pine Tops, and I'm currently on the town commission, have been since 2009. We have 5 folks running tonight, and I don't know where the other 4 are, but I'm going to speak anyway. A little bit about myself. I was born and raised in Pine Tops and left in 1980 to go to school in Chapel Hill, graduated from Chapel Hill, and lived in Raleigh for the next 20 years. Got a master's degree in public administration while I was in Raleigh, and in 2001 felt a really strong call to come home. So I moved back home and loved Pine Tops good enough that I commuted to Raleigh for 8 years. So that's my commitment to Pine Tops. It's very strong. I love the place. I still live there and walk it every day, and I just think it's the greatest place in the world. So when people make jokes about Pine Tops, I just brush it off. But Pine Tops we have benefited from good leadership for many, many years. And that's one of the reasons I want to stay on the council. I think we've done a lot of things that are in the right direction. We have, over the past year, we did something that amazes people from everywhere except Edgecombe County, because they go, it's just Pine Tops. We had an opportunity to bring high-speed fiber internet to our little town. Gigabit speed internet, that's the stuff that Google wants to bring to Raleigh, that people brag about. And we were able to bring it from Wilson to Pine Tops. So we have gigabit speed internet in Pine Tops. And the amazing thing was that we had to fight the legislature to keep it. So the last year and a half, we have spent fighting our state legislature to keep really great internet in Pine Tops. And we won to some degree. And I helped lead that fight. And it was great fun. And it was great to see the folks in Pine Tops come together to do something that we know is, will make a difference. And that's one of the things I want to continue to do in Pine Tops, is we have to look to the future. We have to look forward. And I think my perspective is a little different in this. Since I'm born and raised in Pine Tops, I know my small town, I love my small town. I also spent a lot of time in the big city, and I, went back and forth and kind of had the best of both worlds for a while. So I have a different perspective. I can see the things that we value in our small town that we need to hang on to. But I also have an appreciation for the things that we need to move forward. And we need to look at getting the younger people and the better educated people back in our town. When they leave and go to college and they don't come back, that's a problem. So that's one of the things I want to work on, and that's one of the things that I think the high-speed internet will help us tremendously with. So if there's anybody from Pine Tops here, I would appreciate your support, and that's kind of what we want to do. Thank you.
Good evening. Again, I'm Yolanda Thigpen. Those that don't know me, again, I've been a resident of Princeville for over 32 years. When I got here at the age of 7, went to Princeville Elementary, moved to Pioneer Court, followed by Riverside Trailer Park, followed back by Nelbert Street, so I have not been anywhere far. I'm a product of Tarver High. When I got my master's degree in criminal justice at East Carolina University, currently working as an outreach coordinator with the Edgecombe County Memorial Library, where I deliver books and reading materials to senior citizens. I've served as the president of your Edgecombe County NAACP. I've been on the workforce development as a board member. I've served with HRC, which is Human Relations Commission, and I have a radio talk show entitled Your Morning with Yolanda that comes on every Saturday morning at WCPS 760 AM. As far as why I'm running for mayor of the town of Princeville is because I believe I'm qualified for the position. I've lived here and I have not seen a lot of progression in our town. I believe I have the quality and the personality traits of being a progressive leader, one who's resourceful, one who's knowledgeable. I can be a team player. I have been able certainly to problem solve. And someone once said, be the change agent you want to see. I don't want to be one of those persons that complain about everything that's not being effective, not happening in our town, when I feel like I can be a help directly to the town. And I want to move the town forward. I want to be the voice for the people, as I have been in the last couple of weeks, sharing information with people, being the voice that others can't be for whatever reason. And as far as my 3 priorities, 3 main priorities, certainly we want to rebuild back Princeville. We know that, and we want to ensure that leadership is effective and that we're sharing the right information. But also I want to work with the board to have relevant programs for our senior citizens and our youth. We want to talk about economic development, and we do know that we are in the process of receiving some funding through the small business recovery, but we want to definitely push those initiatives forward. And then we want to restore our public safety, our law enforcement. We want to make sure that Princeville, like Edgecombe County and every other town, have effective leadership, have law enforcement so we can be safe, so we can be protected, and so certainly that we can make sure that those crime rates stay down. So again, vote for Yolanda, and what I say is a win. If you want to win, vote for Thigpen. So I do solicit your vote October the 18th or either November the 7th. I'll entertain any questions when the time comes. And I'm in Princeville and I'm not going anywhere. Thank you so much.
Trustee Robinson.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The last time I stood at this podium, I think it was about 4 years ago, and I misread the rules prior to attending, and I had a presentation that lasted about 5 minutes, and I was given 1 minute to do it. So I'm going to try and work in a few things tonight that I think might be important. First of all, I want to say that I pledge to conduct myself this evening with the professionalism, the decorum, and the forcefulness that I want to carry to the town council. I'm a lifelong resident of Tarboro, graduated from W.A. Tola in 1967. I served in the military, in the United States Navy. I attended Edgecombe Community College, the University of the District of Columbia, and Howard University. I studied political science and graduate studies in public administration. As a teen, I assisted Dr. Ray as he sought and won a seat on the Tarboro Town Council. that piqued my interest in community service. I've seen a lot of changes in Townboro during my lifetime. Been to a lot of places, but I've never wanted to live anywhere but Townboro. I've served as town manager of Princeville. I've been the executive director of the Princeville Housing Authority. I've studied to become a certified Microsoft technician, specializing in hardware, software, and networking. I'm also a certified public housing manager, sanctioned by the National Association of Housing and Redevelopment Officials. I've also served on the Townboro Planning Board, the Economic Development Commission in Townboro, and several other boards and commissions. As we proceed in this discussion tonight, you'll hear a lot of people talk about how much they love their community. And that would be true. But love alone is not going to be enough to lead us forward. We need forceful leadership. We need creative leadership. We need collaborative efforts and people who are willing to work collaboratively and jointly to get things done for all of us. You will decide our fate in this next election. But before that, let me mention one other thing, one priority. We talk about jobs, economic development, recreation, public safety, and all those things. One specific that I'm concerned about right now, and someone else may speak about it tonight, or you may ask questions about it, and that's the situation at General Bone, which we know, many of us know is a plastic factory. In just a month or so, just a few weeks, hundreds of people will be losing their jobs. So we not only need to look at attracting new businesses to Townboro, we need to focus our efforts as much as we possibly can to retain those businesses that we do have that are providing so many jobs for people who live in our town. Again, you'll decide our fate. You will elect the person you deem most capable of representing you. Get out, start voting on Thursday for early voting, and please cast your vote for me. If you live in Ward 7. Did I say that I'm running for Townboro Town Council Ward 7? If I did, if I say it, I'm going to say it again if I did.
Open
First of all, I want to thank Quincy for making that mistake, so I won't make it. My name is Openwood, and I'm running for re-election for Ward 1. As your town council, I'm presently town councilman for Ward 1. I've been there for 4 years. And also I have prepared, at least for 9 minutes, well, and since I don't see any security, I may try to do that. Okay, all right, just do 3 minutes. All right, look, I'm interested in continuing this position because I want to continue to make our life better for the citizens of Ward 1, Townboro, and of course, Edgecombe County. And I want to continue to help bring more job opportunities to the area, make Townboro a safer place to live, bring more recreation and educational opportunities to the area for all ages, and forge more collaboration between various communities, municipalities, and counties in the area, as well as between the private and public sector. We have to continue to focus on our common interests and form more alliances to make our community better for all. What is my main priority if I'm elected? My priorities are the same as they were 4 years ago. I want to bring more and better paying jobs to this area. They include Townboro and all surrounding areas as well. In the last 4 years, by partnering with state agencies, elected cities, Carolina Gateway, we have created over 200 jobs in the area. As Quincy has pointed out, we are concerned about general form. And right now, that fate has not been cast yet. There's still some others who are looking at that particular business. And I would like to say the town council did join together to allow a grant to be awarded to General Form for $1 million generator. That generator remains with the town, even if General Form leaves, which makes it more palatable for somebody to take over the business. but we still hope that business to remain there by new owners. Also, my other priority is to help promote more educational opportunities for Edgecombe County and for the surrounding areas. I will continue to support both educational systems, this traditional school system as well as the charter school, as well as Edgecombe Community College, so that we can provide better education for all of our citizens at all ages. My priorities are the same as 4 years ago. I will continue to push for more investment in planning, economic development, and better jobs in Tarboro and Edgecombe County. I will continue to support any effort to improve the quality of education in Edgecombe County and surrounding areas. I'll continue to fight for safer communities through community policing and crime prevention, and I will continue to support better educational opportunities, equipment, and I pledge to be more responsive to citizens in my ward and the citizens of Tarboro and surrounding areas. Thank you very much. And vote for Oath Woody if you're in Ward 1. You all right?
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Mr. Maurice Garrett.
Good evening. I'm from the town of Shotsburg. I represent, I'm running for commissioner for the town of Shotsburg. We're represented by 3 counties. Edgecombe County is a small portion of our municipality. My brother lives in Edgecombe County, my father lives in Wilson County, I live in Nash County, but we all can walk to each other's house. And with that said, this year, I'm profoundly saddened by the state law, which will not allow us to vote at one place any longer. Nash County normally ran our election. Now we are split up to vote in our own county, so that people used to travel 3/4 of a mile or walk across the tracks to travel, now have to drive 5 miles in Edgecombe County and 5 miles in Wilson County just to vote. And it predominantly affects those that are in the poor and lowest community. It predominantly affects those that are African American. My parents moved to Shotsburg in '80. I was a young man still in high school attending Southwest Edgecombe. Shotsburg was racially divided by the train tracks. There had been a lot of diversity in Shotsburg. The tracks are still there, but the mindset is still there. And so as a commissioner, I believe in building community through unity. And we must work hard. And to those of us who sit around and don't know how important it is, your right to vote, and you're sitting here and this is not affecting you, but one day you can wake up and the state have made a decision to affect your ability to vote. And so we must take these things serious. And I know that there are many candidates that are standing up here who are saying what they're running for, what they're going to do. But these politicians that are sitting here, these lawyers that are sitting here, they must stop sacrificing the people for their own gain. And they must make decisions that improve the lives of the community. Shotsburg have great resources, and as a commissioner, if I'm elected, I plan to make sure our community is better for business opportunity, that the infrastructure is taken care of, and that all citizens are proud to be called 3 county residents. Thank you.